Hey, welcome to the channel, everybody. If you've been looking to get ungated to sell DVDs through Amazon FBA, I got you, because today I'll be walking you through very quick and easy steps to get ungated and approved to sell DVDs on Amazon. So let's get right into it.
On my own, I've been on my own little journey.
NOTI Tribe, welcome back to the channel. As you may or may not know, I'm just notified, and in this specific playlist, I go over a lot of information surrounding selling on the Amazon platform. And this includes different things like getting ungated in brands or categories, types of tools and methods to use to source good product, and many other tips that could help you be more successful selling on Amazon. If this type of information interests you, please like and subscribe to the channel, because I have a lot more videos I'll be putting out to help resellers just like you and I. But for today, I'll be walking you through how to get ungated in the DVD category. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was so simple, I couldn't believe it. Using this process, you don't have to have a business LLC, you don't have to have a seller certificate, you don't even really need to go through and sign up for an account with a wholesaler or distributor at all. I just submitted my selling application last night, and I was approved this morning. And all I did was go to the website, purchase 10 units of this particular item that I'll show you in a little bit here. And that was really it. So be sure to stick to the end of the video. I'll show you step by step exactly what I did to get ungated in DVDs. And I personally think it's a really good strategy to have DVDs in your arsenal of things that you can sell on Amazon. Mainly because you can generally find DVDs at a really low price while you're doing retail or online arbitrage. I personally have come across a lot of DVDs while I was out in thrift stores or even garage sales. In a lot of cases, they were practically giving them away. So really quickly, before we head to the computer, I always want to make sure that if there are any new sellers that are tuning into this video, that I am covering what the requirements are that Amazon states that you need to have when submitting a selling application. And that is that you need to have a purchase invoice from a manufacturer or distributor. And on that invoice, it needs to include a few things. One is the invoice has to be dated within 180 days of your selling application. 2, it needs to include your address that matches your Amazon seller account. 3, it needs to also have the address of the distributor. And lastly, it needs to show that you ordered 10 units of that item. Now that that groundwork is laid, let's head to the computer and I'll show you exactly how I got ungated in the DVD category. All right guys, the site we're going to be using today is christianbook.com, and I'll be sure to link that in the description below. Now once you arrive to the home page, it's going to be really simple. Toward the top right, you're going to go to sign in. And then once you get to this page on the right side, it'll ask don't have an account. So you're gonna go ahead and enter your email address here to start the process. And that's gonna bring you to the account setup page where it's going to ask you to create a password, and you're also gonna enter your address. Now again here, very important, make sure that the information that you're entering here matches your Amazon seller profile. Once that's completed, you'll scroll to the bottom and go ahead and hit create account. Then from there, Christian Book should be sending you an email to verify your email address. Once you've done that, then your account creation should be completed. Once you log in, you're just gonna head over to the right-hand side of the site where it says DVD. Then once you're here toward the left, they have a lot of different filters that you can use. So you're gonna go down to price. I'm gonna go ahead and select $0 to $5, and that's gonna pull up all of their products that match that criteria. Now, as you can see here, there's 214 results. So feel free to browse. You don't have to use a specific item that I purchased, but if you'd like to, I'll go ahead and show you the exact DVD that I utilized to get ungated in the DVD category. So at the time of this recording, the item that I use is going to be found on the second page, closer toward the bottom, and it's called Great Bible Stories Volume 1. So the very first step is, of course, verifying to make sure that this item is also being sold on Amazon. So I'll go ahead and open it up. Then I'm going to copy the title here. And from there, we're going to head into your Amazon seller account. You're going to go to catalog, add products, and then in the search bar, you can go ahead and paste that product name to see if the listing pops up. All right, so in this example, it is the very first item to show up in the search. And as you can see, Amazon's calling it Great Bible Stories Volume 1 DVD. Now, because I'm ungated, it looks different, but for you over toward the right, it's going to say apply to sell in this box. And it'll also have a box above it that looks like this, where you can select the condition as well. And also just a really quick tip, anytime that you have to request approval in a specific brand or category, go ahead and try to get auto ungated first. meaning that you can request approval and then Amazon will automatically ungate you without you having to submit an invoice or any other documents. And if Amazon does not auto approve you, then at that point you know that you need to get an invoice. So with that being said, we're going to head back over to christianbook.com and we're going to go ahead and order 10 units of this item. Once you've added it to the cart, you can go ahead to checkout. Then from there, it's going to ask how you would like the item shipped to you. They have standard, ground, 2-day service, next day service. So whichever works out best for you, you can select that option. Then from there, you're going to be entering your credit card information. Once that's completed, you'll go ahead and hit continue. Then on this final screen, you're just going to be reviewing your order. So make sure everything is correct, and then you would click place your order. Now, once you've completed the order, Christian Book should be sending you an email confirming that your order has been placed. And then once your order is fulfilled and the item is shipped, they'll send you another email just confirming the shipment. Now, once you receive your order, inside of the shipment itself should be the invoice, and it'll look like this. And as you can see toward the top, it has Christian Book's address and contact information. Also, it'll have your bill to and ship to address that should be matching your Amazon seller account. And then finally, it'll have a description of the purchase as well as the quantity ordered. Now that you have the invoice in hand, we're going to go back to the Amazon seller account. We'll go to catalog, add products. And then again, to pull it up, I'm just going to paste the name of the DVD here. With that, as I mentioned earlier, for you, if you're gated, it's going to say apply to sell on this side. And I'm going to use a listing underneath it as an example because I'm already ungated. But here under select condition, you would choose new and then apply to sell. On this next screen, you're just going to hit request approval. And then once you get to the selling application screen, you're always going to select the first option, which is submitting at least one purchase invoice from a manufacturer or distributor. You're going to go ahead and check off all the boxes confirming that the invoice is dated within 180 days of your application. Also, that it includes your name and address that matches your seller account. Also, it includes the name and address of the manufacturer or distributor, and that the invoice is showing the combined purchase of at least 10 units. The last two boxes aren't necessarily part of the requirement, but you can go ahead and check those off. And then right underneath it is where you're going to attach your files, including the invoice as well as any pictures of the item. In every selling application that I submit personally, I include pictures of the item, with one being a picture that matches what the listing looks like, and then the second being a picture of the actual barcode. You can include comments if you'd like to, but other than that, you're just going to scroll down toward the bottom, and the final step will be entering your email address, and then the phone number is optional. Once you've done all that, you're going to go ahead and hit submit, and then your application will be in the review stage. Now, although I can't guarantee a specific outcome, since I was just approved utilizing this method this morning, I'm fairly confident that it should work for you. But if it does not and Amazon happens to decline your application, go ahead and close that case and then reapply using the same documentation. Hey, I told you guys, it's almost too easy. Now, although I'm over the moon that you're on your way to get ungated in the DVD category, there's more. I personally have been utilizing a tried and true process over the past several months that allows me to get ungated in specific brand names or categories, and at the same time make money off of those items that I'm purchasing to get ungated. Now, this is a completely different way to think about ungating, because in most cases, the items you buy to get ungated in is purely an investment that you hope to get a return on later on down the line. If you're interested in learning how this process works, go ahead and join the NOTI tribe now by liking this video and subscribing to the channel, because I'll be giving a lot more detail in future uploads about how this works. But as a bonus, because I love y'all, I do have a video on my channel where I'm going through step by step a real-time ungating using this process. So I've linked that here, and you definitely want to go ahead and check that out. But as always, I really appreciate y'all hanging with me today, and I'll catch you in the next one.